Quilters, I'm Pam Heller, AccuQuilt's cutting expert.
And I'm Erica Botker, corporate marketing specialist.
Welcome to the barnyard
Yes.
as we introduce our newest applique die, the Go Farm Animals. These cute shapes are perfect for embellishments for wall hangings, baby quilts, table runners, and more.
That's right. Well, let's take a closer look at this die. Now, first you're going to see it's on a 6x12 die board.
Right.
Means it's going to fit with all of our cutters, and you're going to need a 6x12 cutting mat if you want to cut all those shapes on the die board. Or if you're just cutting a little pig, you could just use a 6x6.
There you go.
There you go. One of the fun features of this die is that the cow, the pig, and the chicken are all designed to stack on top of each other. I love that.
Yeah, love that. Now, before you get your feathers in a ruffle thinking that cutting these shapes will be difficult, let's cut some and show you how fast and easy it is.
Oh, yes.
And this is the same for all of our applique dies. First of all, Erica, we have pre-fused our cotton fabric.
That's right.
Now, normally you can cut up to 6 layers of cotton in one pass, but you have to count that fusible as a half a layer. So you can only use 4 layers.
Right. Now, here is a fun pro tip when you're cutting our animals. They're directional, so they face different directions. So if you want all of your pigs to face to the right, you would put all of your fabric right side up.
Excellent.
But if you want some to face to the right and some to face to the left, you're going to put some right side up and some right side down.
Oh, that's a great idea.
And then we can cut.
And the same with our chickens.
And the same with our chickens. We can put some chickens right side up, and we can put some chickens right side down. And then we're going to need a mat.
Yes, because without a mat, it's a what? Moot point.
Okay, you heard it here. Now we can see how each shape is going to nest on top of each other. We're going to use our Go Big today because we can.
Because we can. And think of how difficult it would be to cut those shapes by hand.
Oh my gosh, and wait till you see these tiny little chicken legs. There's no way you would want to be cutting these. Just give us a little love here, pull it off.
Slide, don't lift.
And look, I love the die cuts out this little tiny circle from the middle of the pig's tail.
Isn't this cute?
This is so cute. These have to be one of the most adorable applique dies we've come up with.
Should we show how they stack?
Yes. And then here's our chickens, and look at those tiny, I'm going to hold the chicken here so you can see how tiny those legs are.
Chicken legs, and we have a free embroidery file for it.
We do, which makes it all worthwhile. Now,
there we go.
For the pattern behind us, we're also going to need our Go pickup.
Right.
And here's our pickup.
Right. So you're going to do the same process. You're going to pre-fuse your fabric and cut out your shapes.
Or as we like to call it, Pam's pickup.
Yeah. And for the rest of our peaceful pasture, you need the 8-inch mix and match cube and a 3-inch strip die for the border and a 2.5-inch strip die for the binding.
That's right.
Now, the cube and smaller strips can be found in our Ready, Set, Go. All you need is the 3-inch strip die to finish the wall hanging. And this is a fun, quick weekend project and so easy that quilters of all levels can make it.
Absolutely.
All right, Erica, should we open up this 8-inch cube?
So let's get into our 8-inch cube so we can make our quilt. Now, the first thing we're going to do is pull out the skinny folder because A, we don't want to break a nail.
Yes.
And B, that's where our mat is going to be.
Yes. So we're going to get our mat.
Now, the next one I have to cheat to look. We only need 2 dies out of here. So we need shape 1, which is the large square. And so we'll pull this one out.
Right.
And remember, with an 8-inch cube, that means that when you put 4 of the large squares together, you're going to have that size or an 8-inch size finished block.
Right. And the 8 shapes are the same in every cube. They're just different sizes.
That's right.
Right.
So here's shape 1, and then we need shape 3. Shape 3 is the large half-square triangle that comes in the cube.
And the thing to remember about our triangles is that we've cut off the dog ears. So from this point here to this point here is a perfect 1/4 inch. See?
There we go. Now, we've already cut some squares.
They're right here.
They're right there. But what we want to do now is cut some half-square triangles, and we've got a great pro tip for you,
We do.
right? So, we've taken our acrylic ruler, we've measured a 1/4 inch over on either side, right?
Yes.
And we've cut our strips of fabric. But rather than taking each color we need individually and fan folding it, which we could do. We have stacked our fabric, but we haven't just stacked it, we stacked it with the right sides together for how those squares or half square triangles are going to be sewn together,
Right.
so that we can go straight to the sewing machine, and Pam can get to chain piecing like she likes.
For days.
For days. So
For
we're going to
days.
just line this up here.
Yep.
We're going to take our mat,
Yes.
and I've got my 6 layers on here.
Perfect.
I've got a little extra. It's not a problem. I'm going to loosely roll that over here on the side.
Right.
And we can just put it right through. Remember, there's no blades in the cutter. They're only in the die itself. Okay. We'll give this some love too, and you are going to have a happy stack of half square triangles. Look at that.
Look at this.
All ready
Yep.
to go to the sewing machine.
So yeah, we're just going to take them like this, and we're going to pull them together, right sides together, and I'm just going to chain piece. I'm going to start here and go down, and it's going to work out just perfectly.
Okay, I'm going to get our pressing mat. So Pam is going to start chain piecing the half square triangles together. Once she gets those sewn together, we're going to press to the dark side, and once our half square triangles are sewn together, then we can lay them out and make our unit that we have here. Make our square unit. We're going to need 4 of these units for each block that we're going to put together.
Perfect. So we're just going to press to the dark side. We're going to show you how to lay out a block. We're going to sew it together super easy. I love the colors. You could totally change up the colors if you wanted to.
You could, but these work so well.
All right, so I'm going to sew this green square to this half square triangle because
Okay.
we're creating our peaceful pasture. Erica, this is a total fast weekend project.
Total fast.
Yep, and so now we're going to press in opposite directions so that our block,
That's right. So we're going to
Lace
press
flat.
both towards the green, and that way we're going to have it nest together. We're going to be able to put those together really well.
ta-da!
All right, now, here we go. And you would put 4 of these, make 4 of these units again to make your big pasture block.
Right.
Okay, so once you have your pasture block together, then you can go ahead and do your fun applique. So
Right.
we've got our cow and our chicken on
Look
one.
at those chicken
Aren't they
legs.
cute? Look at the tiny chicken legs. Okay, no way am I cutting that on my own,
Never.
even with our good scissors.
Never,
okay?
ever.
Or you've got our pigs. We've got 2 kinds of pink pigs. There we
Yep.
go. You just have so much fun with it.
Yeah.
All right, you've got all kinds of options for your applique as well. Now you can just iron these shapes on and quilt over the top of them. You can iron them down and do raw edge applique, so just stitch right inside the edge and leave it that way. It's going to kind of get a little rough and give you that kind of rustic look.
Yes.
Or you can use the free embroidery files from AccuQuilt.com. It's got 3 stitches to choose from. We've got a blanket stitch, a motif stitch, and a satin stitch. Now to help you get started, I've made a video to show you exactly how to use our embroidery download.
Okay, and like Erica said, you would just sew your 4 blocks together and then add that large 3.5-inch strip for the border. Layer your batting between the quilt top and the backing. Pin or baste layers together, quilt as desired, then use that 2.5-inch strip die to bind your project. When it's done, you'll be as happy as pigs in mud.
Now be sure to share your finished projects with us on our social media pages. We would love to see your peaceful pastures. And remember, at AccuQuilt, we help you cut time
So you can quilt more.